So, appearing at the King's Arms Studio 1
Yeah.
on the 25th and 26th of July,
That's the one.
we have Charlie Hammond in Clonely.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about Clonely.
Well, as we're calling it an adventure in sci-fi crisis. So it's me and a woman called Jasmine Chatfield. So she runs a night called Flim Night. She's a writer. And so she asked me to make a show with her, really. She knew she wanted it to be on a spaceship. Originally, she wanted it to be called Dupe and to be about a spaceship going past Jupiter, but she wanted to do about identity. So then we came up with doing a thing about clones and playing around with some of the visual science fiction elements you see in the films, because I like to work in visual stuff and like DIY making things. And so we kind of like pinpointed, you know, the stuff that's in every film. Like there's always an explanation of some science fiction thing using like a piece of paper or some salt and pepper or something really simple. There's always a docking scene. There's normally a black hole, those kind of things. So we're gonna like pepper that into the work as a whole. The writing we've been doing has been specifically about like clones and those ideas, but like making them really broad and making them really arty, like making them, well, I refer to it as bullshit arthouse theatre at times.
Cross between 2001: A Space Odyssey and 70s Doctor Who.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Like we don't want it to be a serious. We want to tackle. Basically, we want to take a comedy crowd and we want to give them some theatre. So we don't want it to be outwardly too serious. But we want to use those kind of things. I think I'm hoping it might be kind of like an arty Black Mirror on stage. Certainly along those lines. Yeah.
And is this the first time you've worked together?
Well, I've done her film night. So it's what they do is they take a film, they give it to a bunch of people and artists. You give little sections, and then you respond to those sections and you make a thing. So I did Die Hard. And I had the section where Ellis, if you remember, man with a big beard, gets killed. And so I dressed up as an old Welsh man and had the audience recreate most of that scene. So yeah, we've worked together in that capacity.
That's my favourite Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's great. It was a really good night as well. Yeah, so I've done a couple of her film nights, and that's how we've kind of met. Yeah, but this is the first project together.
And are you Mancunians or?
I'm from the south, so I'm from Worcestershire, but I've been in Manchester for 2 years, and she's been here. She studied in Lancaster, I think. I hope that's right. And she moved here with there's quite a few people from that kind of area. They kind of come to Manchester. I think she's been here 2 years, I don't know.
Why particularly GM Fringe for Clonely?
Oh, well, I did it last year. And because we're going up to Edinburgh and it's just kind of perfect timing to make the kind of get the first version of it made, and we're doing like a little performance for some of our friends just before we open here, so we can just get the rubbish out, and then it just seems really good, seems really perfect, and we both know enough people in Manchester that our careers are kind of just starting, so it seems to be like ideal to get some people involved.
So of course perfect.
Yeah.
For Fringe as well.
Yeah, and excited to be in the studio space here as well in King's Arms, because I like it here, and I think this is the best thing to do. But it's an easy audience. It's very easy to get people into to the shows here because everyone's here. You can just go watch a few shows and then come upstairs. That's what we want. We want people who are kind of just milling about to come watch our work.
Yeah. I mean, obviously there's been no real push so far tickets-wise, but you're hoping for a I have no doubt. Wow, I would imagine we're going to be able to fill the room, because she runs a night called Flim Night, and that's always full of people. So obviously tap into that audience, and then I've done enough stuff around Manchester that I think should be fine. We kind of don't want our friends to come. We kind of want people who haven't seen our stuff to come. Is going to be the ideal. What did you do last year?
I did a show called Butte, which was a solo show about love, which was okay. So that was quite a clown. Yeah, that was like a mishmash clown show. Bits and bobs of stuff I'd done throughout the year. Lots of audience interaction stuff. That was my first show. I wanted to make something and make it badly, and then learn from those mistakes. But it had some good successes. I dressed up as a fisherman and threw a hook into the audience. That was my favourite part.
Okay. You catch anybody?
Yeah, it was great. yeah, I did. Well, the first night I didn't, which is what I thought would happen, and the second night someone came up onto the stage. I was like, oh, okay.
Lo-fi aesthetics,
Yeah.
an awkward firing docking scene,
Yes.
long monologues about how dark and bleak space life.
Yeah, we haven't got the long monologues about how bleak it is yet, but we've got some really funny stuff. I kind of don't want to say too much because I don't know how much we'll make the cut in the end. But yeah, we found a way of writing some really weird stuff, which is nice. Yeah.
And of course, 25th and 26th, 9 o'clock.
Yes.
And extend if you can.
And what? Extend?
If possible.
I don't know if we've got time. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, unfortunately. I think I've realised that the best thing to do is to start early at the Manchester Fringe, because then you can extend it really easily. But yeah, we'll see. We'll be at Edinburgh Fringe after that.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
John, thank you very much for your time.
Oh, thank you. Cheers.